Thank you. Yeah, we start with a question. Sorry, who invented the term sustainability? Raise your hands. We talk the whole day about sustainability, and you don't know who invented the term sustainability. Karl, not you. If I say the Germans should not raise their hands, then you, yeah, please. Yeah, the English term is younger, but the original sustainability term is coming from Germany. And this guy, 307 years ago, he is a forest man. He wrote a book on sustainable use of wood. And originally, the term sustainability derives from Germany. I'm not proud for everything what happened through the Germans in the last 300 years, but this is something I'm very proud of, okay? Yeah, we start, and my presentation has more to do with the people behind the SMEs, because we are working with people, with human beings, and where do they come from, what are their motivation. And I would like to start with Giulietta. Giulietta, would you please be kind and stand up a little bit and show yourself, because for the evening we want to discuss, we want to be acquainted with the other nations. Thank you. Giulietta is organizing, and you see on each on each slide you see down the label. She is organizing llama tours, llama trekking tours. So you can book llamas, you can go in a group, you can go as a family, and even if you want to make a honeymoon, you can do it, the two of you, but in reality there are four because the two llamas are together with you. So they are offering this. She started with 6 llamas some years ago, 2-3 years ago I would say. Now she has 16 llamas, but why is she offering llama tours? She is an expert since more than 30 years in organizing travel in the Islamic world, Oman, in northern part of Africa, Central Asia, and then all of a sudden the corona pandemic came and there was no more travel. And she did not give up, she started a new business. She started llama travel. And this is for me very important. She was with her tour operator already certified by TourCert. And when she started llama travel, she said also, I want to be a partner in this sustainability family, and she started to work together with us. In fact, she is a power pack because in the region where she is living, she is connecting people around the llama topic. She's working with farmer ladies around the Schönecker Schweiz. And she has established already a nice network, and I would be happy to have ladies or men like her in other destinations. And thank you for your engagement and that you are with us in this group. The next one is our friend Rolf. Where is he? Rolf, the guy who, when he is not... If we do not find him, is sure he is in the sauna. In all the workshops, we missed him in the evening. He was in the sauna. Yesterday he came not for the evening, he was in the sauna. So he is untypical. He is not a hotelier, or he is not born as someone who was in the tourism field. Some years ago he bought with his wife and this nice little house, and he's offering hospitality in apartments like the one you see on top. And the house is located in the Ahrtal Valley, a part of Eifel region, which you have seen perhaps 2 years ago in the TV. It was the very terrible flood disaster in Germany, the biggest nature disaster since 70 years, with 150 people dead. And in this valley is his house. Fortunately, he was not so much infected, yeah, he is a career changer, I would say. He is coming from another business. He's a bookkeeper or someone from the finance side. He left Düsseldorf, the capital of North Rhine-Westphalia, and went to this small village. And his friends, the neighbors, they asked, "Are you still alive in the village? How is life? Can you survive?" Yeah? And he said, "It's fantastic. I enjoy the village life. I enjoy getting into contact with people coming in my apartments." And beside this, and this is for tonight perhaps interesting for you, he is a specialist in energy, and I must look it up. The special word is local heating network, cold and warm. So after the flood disaster, many houses were teared down, and it was not sensible to establish in every house a new heating system. Perhaps it's more sensible to establish for the whole village a heating system. That's not easy. We know there are problems, but he is very much involved in this development. And if you have questions concerning this, he is the right partner. Thank you. So we are coming now to a special area. The next 3 companies are belonging to a little destination under the roof Eifel. And we are starting with the mill. Where's Elke? Elke, warm welcome. And the mill is located near a nice, idyllic river, and the same problem. A flood disaster, and they stood underwater until the first etage. They had to rebuild the house and so on. It was not easy, but she started and renewed the apartments. And what I was missing in the presentation of my colleagues is this. They have apartments for handicapped people, and this is the logo in Germany. For you cannot get it easily. You must fulfill also a kind of master plan for rooms which have the sign Reisen für alle. Reisen für alle means travel to everybody, not only people with wheelchairs, but also handicapped people with mental diseases and so on. And for one of the apartments, I think she has this sign Reisen für alle. And I show you this in detail because from each of the partners, we learned as a group a little bit. We learned from her something in this direction, and this is important. Yeah, this is a very idyllic part, still Felsenland Südeifel, and now we are coming to a fantastic leisure park. Bruno, Anna Karina, the manager. These are also very optimistic people. When did you start Dino Park? 2015. In the middle of nowhere, I would say, with the idea, Dino Park and the politicians, the colleagues, everybody around him said, "What a shit, never, no chance." Today, 117 or 120,000 visitors. And the visitors, these are these little terrorists, you know, the little boys and girls. And when we visited the park several times, and we saw how happy these little children are in this leisure park. And it's even a problem to get the children out of the park. You know? We saw really fights. Father, mother, they are trying to get the child out of the installation, you know, back from the Tyrannosaurus. You know? No chance. You know? It's a fantastic park, and they do a lot of interesting things. This is the menu, big menu, and they show the possibility you can eat vegan, vegetarian, or meat. And so even in little details, they show their philosophy, the philosophy for sustainability, as well as the philosophy to do something for the children. And here you see a consultant feeling like a child. That's me. We are coming, still in Felsenland Südeifel, we are coming now to a campsite. The campsite, you see here on the planification, also the river Prüm, nice, idyllic, but he lost everything. Where is Dirk, my friend? Dirk, yeah. For him, it was really terrible. The flood was killing the whole campsite. Everything, he saw his tiny houses swimming away and so on. I'm not kidding, it was really terrible. Even caterpillars was driven from the water down the river and so on. It was terrible. He restarted and he reopened it, and today we have a very good moment. He showed me a picture that the first tiny house was brought to his campsite today. He will reinstall 5 new tiny houses. He has part of the camping site renovated. For sure, the sanitary installations. This is not only important for campsites, for everybody, but for campsites in a special way. And here are our colleagues together when we did the audit and we visited him. And this is a special machine where you can bring the water sewage from the camper, and it's there restored. How much is it? One euro you pay? Yeah. Instead of bringing it somewhere in the nature, you can bring it into this machine. And he was very proud. And I said, never in my life I saw such a machine. And for him, it was very important to do something in this field. The campsite itself has a lot of possibilities in the field of sustainability, close to the river. And unfortunately, he is not ready, but he is so far ready that he received the eco-camping sign as well. We are now switching from the area Eifel to the area East Bavaria. And here in the middle, you see the address of Anderswo camping. Where is Julia? Super. I met Julia before the project started because I saw a movie in the Bavarian television about a startup. She, her husband, the children bought this campsite, and it was both no idea from camping site, other professional backgrounds, and it was so a question of, we will see how they will make it, do they survive or not. And they have a wonderful location, you must see here, National Park Bayerischer Wald, next National Park Schumauer. Nobody is closer to a national park than this campsite from our partners, from our SMEs. So it's the entrance to both national parks. And it's really a feeling, it's not a campsite as you know from the Mediterranean Sea with thousands of places. They have 50 places. And if you see nothing, then it's exactly what they want to have, only nature. Yeah? It's a fantastic and natural camping site. And from her we learned also how important it is to have sustainability. This is the National Park bus, fortunately stopping exactly for their house door. And they have a parking place there. The location is super, and the activities they are doing in the field of sustainability are also tremendous. Yeah, we are now switching from the camping sites to hotels. This is the Brunnerhof, and the picture is shown. Where's Andreas? And Verena. Sabine. So, you see here a Sky Infinity Pool. This is a 4-star hotel with a fantastic interior, all in wood. You are the 3rd generation already in this, pardon me? 3rd generation. His father is someone who is very much involved in the tourism politic also in Bavaria, and his father established an organization for the organization of regional food. I forgot the name. Landgenuss. So he was raised up in this, with his father, with this family information, with this already sustainable behavior. And this is one lesson we learned. Nobody of our SMEs started from the scratch. And this is also for you as partners or as consultants a good argument in the beginning. Take the fear for this, oh, sustainability, we have so much to do. Nobody started from the scratch, and you can build on what they already have. And beside this, look, they are 100%, they have a swimming pool, which is heated 100% with solar energy, and here they have the brother of him is the cook. No? They produce their own meat, and we learned from him. It's fantastic not only to have regional products. Regional products are sustainable products because there is no long distance to distribute. But if you have your own products, this is something special. And we liked him for one little aspect. When they remodeled the hotel, it became a little bit bigger and so on. They established in one corner of the hotel this pub, because in the village there is no pub anymore. The people cannot go in an inn or pub. So they opened this pub. There is a door from the outside. The people from the village can go inside. They play cards, they drink their beer, and there is a door from the inside to the hotel. But the people from the village are too shy to go in the hotel because there are people in spa suits and so on. The atmosphere hotel is something different. But they organized this, and this is a very social aspect which we learned from them. Integrate the society around your hotel. Do not do something against the inhabitants. Do something for the inhabitants, and this is a success story. Yeah, and therefore they received the Green Sign certificate, and we are still in Eastern Bavaria, also a family company, 4-star Hotel Marianne. Where are you? Yeah, wonderful. Marianne was one of the first. She was very eager to do something, and she was the first with a certificate and so on. And she has a hotel, an inn, and a beer garden, and you see the May tree, and all in face of the church. So better is not possible in Bavaria. You know, you are in the center of the village. You have everything in front of the church, and they have parallel to their hotel and so on. They have also the distribution of drinks, and they bring mineral water and beer to others. So they have a very strong job, and it's a family-based business. So it's now 4 generations? 5. Yeah. And you see, we have in Germany, perhaps it's in other countries similar, we have a problem. We do not find enough skilled workers. Yeah? This is a very big problem. And all our colleagues, they know this, and therefore they produce children. And in all the family companies, you will see it's the same. And this is little Marianne in face of the huge Holzhackschnitzelheizung. Also, they produce with wood the energy, and they are now independent, autark from energy. And they show their efforts also to the guests. They have a map, an audio map for the information of the guests, where they can inform about their efforts of the hotel. They can inform themselves. So, and here you see also a little problem. We discussed all the different aspects, and there was always one question: do you have a sustainable product for cleaning our blankets? What is the problem? Give it to someone, let it wash, and so. No, my mother-in-law, she is responsible for this, and she wants to clean our blankets by ourselves. But I cannot find a good solution. So you see, also this is important. Many generations under one roof. You want to integrate the family, and sometimes you have problems like this to solve. Yeah? And this is a little sign which is so easy, and this is a tip for you all. If you have, or the one who is hosting your website is heating with 100% environmentally friendly energy, he or she can host your website climate neutral. And she was the first who took this information and showed on her website her climate neutral website, and that means it costs you nothing. It's one phone call to the guy who is hosting your website. Do you have 100% energy, environmental friendly energy? If yes, then he can write or she a button and showing you this. Gerald, our friend, this is our friend Gerald from ETGG2030. He had 18 rooms, premium rooms, and he wrote us in the beginning on 3 pages what he has done from the environmental side, and it was tremendous. And he and his wife, he's also a career changer. He is coming from another business, but his wife had a fable, and she was educated as a hotel manager, and then they decided to start with this little hotel in Scandinavian style, but on a high quality concerning ecological aspects. It's 8 kilometers away from Regensburg, and and he has, when we visited him, he had a lady. She was foreseen as the general manager, the director of the hotel. She was enthusiastic, and I said, if an employee is springing on the table to make a picture of us, how fantastic is the motivation of this employee? And he was very happy on this lady. And then she said, I'm nearly 30, and now I want to see the world. And she is now in Australia, 1 year. And a little bit later, the service lady quit the job also, and now he is alone, because he has only a small hotel. And this in the middle of the participation in our project. And he had to fill out the criteria and so on. It was not easy, but we learned as a group, employer branding is important. We have seen it in your presentation about how important it is that you have a motivated staff and team. But even if you are a good employer and you have good people, it can happen that you have problems concerning the skilled workers. He is also he has also the certificate Reisen für alle. Okay, and here we are coming to Hotel Wolfringemühle. Thomas Aubach, our friend. He's brand new father, I think, last week, the 3rd or 4th son. Yeah, they have in the family. They produce only sons. I tell you this because you see this fantastic beer garden here, and for every son they plant a chestnut tree. So 3 sons, grandfather, father, and for him, the chestnut tree were planted, and now for the 3 other sons, 3 other chestnut trees. So is this gender correct? What happened to girls? Because he has a sister. For the girls, there are the plantation of roses. If you are a girl, you get a nice rose plantage, little. But for us as tourists, it's much more important to have these trees, because under these chestnut trees, you have a wonderful feeling, beer garden feeling. You can sit there if it's raining or not. It's cold in the summer, and so on. He is famous a little bit in Bavaria for his activities in energy. He was a pilot project with a photovoltaic carport in front of the house. The minister came and so on. It was a big story. And he is also informating the guests in the lobby about the energy situation in the house, how they use the energy, and if you check in, if you check out, you see it in your face, what is the actual information, actual situation. And when he has heard, oh, we must have a stakeholder analysis, he was the first one of our group who produced a stakeholder analysis like this. He showed his Hotel Wolfringmühle in the center, and then he showed, where are my stakeholders, with whom do I work together, and they all informed their stakeholders about their sustainability activity, and they asked, what are you doing, my little partner, my baker, my laundry, my deliverer, what are you doing in the field of sustainability? I remember the numbers of Marianne. There you informed 35, I think, stakeholders, and you had 7 or 5? 4 positive answers. Nobody said, you are foolish, no? But they say, oh, super that you are doing this, and we are doing this or that. And this is a good situation to make a strategy together with the stakeholders. Yeah, and last but not least, Hotel zum Bräu. It's where's our friend, warte mal, Nicole. Ah, da ist sie. Nicole! The family Schlecht could not come, but Nicole is anyway in charge of the topic. And it's also a fantastic hotel, 4-star hotel, wooden, wellness, everything you can think of. They have in front of the house bicycles you can rent. And we learned from them that the entrance is already important. And in this entrance, you have also a big screen where they could show pictures, and there they could show the activities of sustainability. And the Bräu team, the employees, are in the middle of the activities, management activities, because you have around 100, and it's not all are fully working. It's also a problem. But they have many little details in the house, and they do everything to convince the employees to stay. And this is a financial aspect. If you have no fluctuation, like Michaela Reiter said, I have the best team, no fluctuation means you don't have to train new people, to select new people, to find new people. So this is very important. So, okay. At the end, yeah, the consulting on-site and online, the 10, all these 10 points given by Are You Ready for Sustainability, done by Herbert Hamele, who is unfortunately today not among us, but this helped us a lot. And in the beginning, it was a little bit difficult to find the way, but then it works. We had chosen among 21 certificates 5. In the first workshop, we presented the certificates. They decided for themselves to have 5 certificates, and they worked on the worksheets. And this was a guideline through and for the audit. Very important, this is beside the information that they are not starting from the scratch, is very important to keep the tension high between the workshops. I mean, I'm very proud of all of you, because within 8 months from the beginning up to now to have a certification, this is really half of the time which is normal. And this means there is a high motivation, and I know, and I showed you a little bit what problems the people have and what obstacles they had to overcome. But therefore, it's important that you have the tension between the workshops high, that you have nice places, selected places for the workshops, and that you establish a hot call line where they can always can phone you. The system, and this is also a good news, is good for everybody. Hotels, holiday apartments, campsites, tour operators, leisure parks, and consultants. And it's also good for newcomers, career changes, or traditional family business run by generations. The additional motivation was the green travel map. You have seen the green travel map before in the presentation of Dagmar. Yeah, and we had also active managers which supported the whole process. Veronika, may I show us your face? Veronika and Stefan Kohler. Veronika for East Bavaria, Stefan Kohler for Eifel. Yeah. And in this context, please, Karl Reiner, where are you? Please. Karl Reiner, he was responsible for the financing and for all these organizations for Germany. And yeah, we accepted and we integrated the activities which are in the destinations, like Fair, Green and Good from East Bavaria, or the new the Marke Eifel, or the new Wir leben alle, the new presentation of the integration of businesses and people in the destination Eifel. And because they are lighthouse projects, they have also a positive impact on their border regions, Luxembourg, Belgium, and Czech Republic. So, and I thank you for your kind attention, and I hope that, like Mark Twain said, you still plan for the future because you will spend the rest of your life in it. Thank you.